People aren't listening at this point. My autism is my superpower. That kind of, rhetoric. Because it was like when she kneeled down in the phone booth and it exploded. It was like, I have powers too. You do not control me anymore. It became an anime, and I was like, come on, what are you doing? You're ruining your very well balanced and serious, layered, complex story here with anime bullshit. What are you doing?
I kind of liked it though.
And she was all like super artistically covered in blood, like, you do not take control of me anymore. Oh.
I liked it though.
Yeah,
that was the kind of cheesy I liked.
Hello, and welcome back to the SpoilerCast, the show where we talk about movies and we don't care about spoiling them. My name is Tobias, and with me as always is my sister and trusted co-host, Rebecca.
Hello.
Hello. And today, we're having a bit of a spooky episode. Yes, it is October, and we're getting closer to Halloween, so it's time to start talking about spooky movies. Even though we talk about spooky movies all year, but now it's October, so it's special.
It's really spooky.
Really spooky. Because this... Well, it's kind of spooky.
It's kind of spooky.
Because this week, we are talking about The Black Phone 2. Ooh, yes. The sequel to the 2021 horror thriller movie, written and directed by Scott Derrickson and co-written by C. Robert Cargill. This is Actually, it's not called The Black Phone. It's just called Black Phone 2, which I think is funny.
Yes.
Was
the first one called Yeah, it was.
It's called The Black Phone, yeah. This one, once again, written and directed by Scott Derrickson. C. Robert Cargill's co-writing, of course, based on characters by Joe Hill, son of Stephen King. Once again, starring Mason Thames, Ethan Hawke, and Madeleine McGraw, among others. And the plot is, as Finn, now 17, Finn being the kid from the first one, struggles with his life after captivity, his sister begins receiving calls in her dreams from the Black Phone and seeing disturbing visions of three boys being stalked at a winter camp known as Alpine Lake. Yes, and they of course have to investigate. And, the movie's really more, meditation on trying to surviving after trauma, basically,
Yes.
Yeah. But we'll get
dealing with trauma.
Exactly. We'll get more into discussing thematics later. Let's just talk about what we actually thought of the movie to begin with, like we always do. So,
yes.
What did you think of Black Phone 2?
I really liked it.
Yeah?
It's not as groundbreaking as the first one kind of felt like it was, obviously, because it's a sequel. We've seen this before. But I still really enjoyed it. It still made me jump, just like the first one does. It was eerie and creepy and funny at the same time, which, again, the first one kind of was.
Yeah.
I think it hit all the same spots, kind of. I don't think I had a single issue with this movie. It's not going to be a perfect movie.
Not a single issue?
It's not that great. But I don't think I have I can't, when you mention them, maybe I'll be like, yes, that was an issue. But like thinking right now, I was like, I don't have a single issue with it at the moment.
All right.
Overall, I think it was a really good, kind of scary, more leaning towards like slasher thriller, I'd say, than horror.
Yeah.
Because it's not spooky. We kind of know who the bad guy is.
Yeah. There's no there is a mystery. There's a different kind of mystery.
Of course, there's a mystery, but we know who the bad guy is.
Yeah.
So it's still just it's solving the mystery around the bad guy, but it's not like, oh, who is this man? Who is this creepy guy? No, we get it.
Yeah.
We know who it is.
What is actually going on? No, we know what's going on.
Exactly. We understand quite quickly.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Even though, despite, I'd say, watching it in a full theater.
Yeah, packed.
With like
literally.
80% kids or teenagers. who were like all screaming at the jump scares. I mean, I jumped. I didn't scream. I think. I jumped.
You were
definitely.
cringing. You were cringing at certain moments. I saw you.
That is true.
Yeah.
But I didn't scream like they
Sure.
did.
No.
I did laugh out loud though,
Yes,
which doesn't happen often.
Several times.
Like
at least
2
I
or
did.
3 times.
Yeah.
No, I did too, which
Okay.
is the weird part, since I don't laugh out loud at movies.
No, yeah.
So I honestly thoroughly enjoyed it.
All right. And no, any sort of like, oh, this thing or that thing, or it's just like, nah.
No, it was a little bit cheesy at times, and like
Yeah.
cringe in the way that it's like, oh my god, stop making those cringy jokes, Dad, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like,
Which was part of the first one as well, so you know, I was expecting it to be a little
bit.
deliberately awkward.
Yes, but this was some of the choices were like, really,
Yeah.
really. And also, I mean,
I know which line you're talking about.
thought the whole-
It's not really a spoiler,
Yeah.
but we'll save it for spoilers. I gotta say that I think that line, as funny in an awkward way it is, I think it's actually a really great line because it
True.
managed to get a like proper belly laugh out of me in the middle of
a bunch of us.
Yeah, the whole theater laughed in the middle of a very, very serious scene, and then
Yes.
without it feeling awkward, going almost immediately back to being a serious scene. That's good writing.
Yeah.
When
It was
the
still
tones-
cringe, though.
It was, yeah, but I mean, it was supposed to be cringe, I think.
Yes.
But the fact that the tonal shifts actually worked and it didn't feel like weird and awkward, I like that. So yeah,
I did for a moment go, that is a quick turnaround,
yes,
like doing a 180 and then back again. But it's like, as soon as it was over, I kind of, like, I didn't linger on it.
no, not at all.
And obviously, like, I knew it wasn't cringe in a way like, oh my god, they put that in the movie. It was just cringe because it's cringe.
Yeah, because it's you recognize yourself
Yeah.
to a certain extent. I mean,
Yeah. Was something else I was thinking of, but I can't, for the life of me, think of it now. Whatever. No, overall, I didn't have any, like, issues with it.
all right, no, cool.
Like, some characters were a little bit useless, I guess, but
Yeah,
whatever. It's
Yeah.
fine. There's so few characters in general, so it's fine.
yeah, it was okay that not everyone had like a big well fleshed out arc. There was just like, we can't just have like 3 people in the movie. We need some more people that are just filler, you know.
Yeah.
Because it also makes
Well,
sense.
I think it was
it makes sense on a technical level. Like, there has to be the administrative people and the camp counselor because they're at this camp. So
Yeah.
they kind of have
Yeah.
to introduce those characters, even
Like
though
this-
they're not.
Despite the explanation for why there weren't more people, it still made sense that there were some people.
Exactly. So,
But I need to ask you as well. What did you think of it?
well, I thought this was probably the worst movie I've seen this year. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Right? Oh my god! My heart stopped for a second. Holy shit!
I will say though, this was not as good as the first one, and there were some stuff that it really suffered from, you know, the sequel disease, sequelitis, where I was just like, why is this in there? And like, oh no, this is awful. What are they doing? Oh my! I literally said like, oh dear, at one point. I was like, I can't believe it. I don't know exactly what I said in Swedish. I said like, I didn't say "men herregud." I said like, I don't remember. But it was literally, oh dear, oh no.
Why?
Oh no. Especially towards the end of the movie. I think
Sure.
not the ending, but the third act, pretty bad.
Oh, okay.
But that's also the thing. It's also good. It's very hard. I recently rewatched Red Letter Media's reviews of the new Star Wars movies, or the latest trilogy, the
Yeah.
Rey movies.
Ray movies, yeah.
because it's some of the best like comedy on the internet of all time.
Sure.
And especially there, the Last Jedi review, it's fun to think back on that movie, because that movie is in every way really a really good movie. Like, technically, the writing is good, all the special effects are good, the acting is pretty good from almost everyone. But then it just does not work. First of all, it doesn't work as a Star Wars movie, because it's missing like key components that makes it a Star Wars movie. But then there's also just this, like, you know how you say, like, something can be more than the sum of its part? Like, oh, this is good, but as a whole, it's amazing, you know?
Yeah.
The Last Jedi, and that's why I thought of it, this as well, is less than the sum of its part. Like, it's very well made, it's very well directed, the music is cool, the cinematography is cool, all the set is amazing, but in the end it's just like
all the parts put together would be a 10 out of 10, but instead you don't find it a 10 out of 10.
No, exactly, and that is weirder than it being more than the sum of its part. It's strange when a movie is less than the sum of its parts.
I think it has to do with just, vibes.
I guess.
Honestly.
No, I can honestly say exactly what the problem is. But I also kind of understand why that is in the movie.
Yeah, but that just means you didn't like it.
I guess. I guess. But we'll
get to that when we get to the spoilers, I suppose.
More specifically, yeah. But I can say this without spoiling. In the first movie, the ghosts, the little boys, they were...
Yes.
I mean, you could definitely, like, say that they're literal ghosts haunting that basement. Yeah. And we do see them, like, affect the physical world by moving bottles and stuff. Mm-hmm. But that is just so that the literal plot works. Like it is a ghost story. But... yeah. On a thematic level, the ghosts are just it's Finney's ability to assess the situation differently because of the struggles he has in his life. Like the whole thing about, it's not the ghosts that help him to get out of there. It's his survival instinct that he has earned from having an abusive father, growing up in the first movie 3 or 4 years without a mother, and being bullied at school. It just manifests as ghosts in his head because it's him disassociating, because he never believed in himself.
Compartmentalizing and all that stuff.
But he believed in his friend Robin, who was super strong. He believed in the kid Bruce Yamada because he was nice to him at the baseball game and stuff like that. Like, it's brain ghosts. They're figurative ghosts. They're not literal ghosts. In this movie, there are literal ghosts. And they physically throw people around, and I was just like, oh, that was the problem. It became a literal spooky movie. We can discuss more, when we do spoilers. But that is the big problem. That now it kind of took, for me, it took away from some of the, I know we talked about this, like, actual ghost movies, when we talked about literal horror and figurative horror. You remember that? And how people are, like, afraid of
scary movies and horror movies.
Exactly, and how directors nowadays are scared of making actual monster movies. Monster always has to be metaphor, but sometimes a really scary monster can just be really scary because it's scary. But
yes,
and I agree with that. But as a sequel to a movie where the monster is a metaphor, as well as an actual monster, because I mean the grabber isn't he's a monster. But now
he's a human.
He's a human monster. Here he becomes a supernatural monster. It's just like, if this was the first Black Phone movie, it would have worked. But you set a certain standard with the first one that I didn't think this one lived up to, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Other than that, though,
we'll get more into that discussion later, I think.
Yeah.
Other than that,
I liked it. They developed the character more. Because what you really wanted from a sequel to this was to see how because obviously they both grew and became more well adjusted after the tragedy, because they literally had to fight their way out of a hole. Ha ha ha. Especially Finney, he literally had to. But
he literally had
but
to
also
fight
figuratively fighting out of a hole, that they had dug themselves with. The dad become an alcoholic after the mom died, and all of that, and now it's and so I like that part. The part where the one scene where they actually like stop to discuss their problems, that was like the best scene in the movie, and they still managed to like pepper in some. And we have to use the ghost thing to catch the ghost. I said, no, talk about your problems,
Yeah, sure.
It made me think of the beach scene in Rocky 3 for some reason when I know it's super obscure, but when
I don't even remember that scene, if I'm being honest.
It's when Rocky finally admits that for the first time in his life, because he's gonna fight Clubber Lang, it's the first time he's ever fought someone who is physically stronger than him, because he loses in the beginning of that movie. And the training isn't going well, and Adrian asks, it's like, what? So what are you not telling me? He's like, what do you want me to say? You want me to say that I'm afraid? For the first time in my life, I'm scared? Because he is, and that's why he can't. He has to get over that fear. Yeah, and that's what Adrian tells him. Adrian might be the best movie wife of all time. She's such a, what do you call it? Down bad? No, not down bad. That's not a good thing. She's a ride or die. She's the bottom bitch. Anyway, we're not talking about Rocky now. Sorry.
We're not talking about Rocky.
That's literally the scene. Okay, he's like, oh, you want me to say I'm scared? Because I am all the time. Yeah, it's like, yes,
when you can admit
it out. This is how you grow. Yes.
Exactly, yeah. When you say it out loud, when you can admit it, that you can actually work through it.
Yeah. And that's what the movie needed to do. When it took almost an hour and a half to get there, I was like, God damn it. Enough with the ghosts. Yeah. Talk about your problems.
But it's because, we'll get to that. But I have to ask you one more thing before we start talking about spoilers or going any further. You had an issue with the trailer.
Yes.
About a song.
And it was so dumb because it didn't in the trailer.
I just need to put this in there.
Yeah, we need to put it in there because it literally, like, I autistically focused on this for weeks since I saw the trailer. Yeah.
You Googled shit and stuff.
The first movie takes place in 1978. This is 4 years later, we found out, because this was in 1982. And in the trailer, they play a short, like, edited clip of the song Rooster by Alice in Chains. And that song came out in 1992. And I was like, oh, how can they have a 90s song in a movie that takes place in the 80s? And I in the back of my head, understood that it's just a trailer song. But usually when you do a period movie like this is, you try to use period accurate music, even in your trailer.
Yes.
True. Yeah. Or if you're doing like a modern movie, you can use music that is older. Because the first thing that came to my mind, and I mentioned that to you, is the 2023 Batman movie, the Robert Pattinson movie. Yeah. In the trailer, they used Something in the Way by Nirvana, and that wasn't just a trailer song. It showed up in the movie over and over again. It was thematically involved in the movie. So I was like, are they going to play Rooster in the movie 10 years before it comes out? And it just, like, I couldn't get it out of my head. And of course, no, they didn't. Of course they didn't. It was nowhere. It was just in the trailer.
Right, they didn't.
Which made me very happy.
Someone just put it in and there's,
And
it
works
fits so well.
Yeah,
doesn't
the first
work
line
thematically,
works
but
perfect.
You know what?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that really bothered me, and I'm glad.
Like,
I'm so glad
people are gonna look that over, right?
Yeah. Anyway,
you didn't, obviously.
I did. I could not let it go to the point where I was like trying to contact people who worked at the trailer house.
To like,
what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you using a 90s song? But it's fine. It's fine. It's not in the movie. No one has to worry, and no one did except for me. But no one has to worry. I'm fine.
No one has to worry. Exactly. I don't know if we need to go into spoilers first, because I want to talk. You mentioned that you thought one of the new actors in this movie, if she was one of the girls from Scream, but no, it doesn't seem she
Ariana
is.
Rivas. Where do I know her from? She played the girl called Mustang in this. She was one of the like camp counselors, sort of.
I don't
Where
know.
do I know her
Have you
from?
seen A Working Man or The Wisdom Tree? No, that's short.
No.
Prom Dates?
Oh, she hasn't done much. Where have I
I
seen
don't-
her? Because I haven't seen any of these movies.
I don't know.
Except for Black Phone, of course. Well, because I thought she looked a lot like the big sister from the new Scream movies. Let's look her up. What's her name? Scream 6. Melissa.
Oh, I rewatched all the Scream movies, but I haven't seen Scream 6 yet.
I guess it's pretty bad.
No, you're thinking of...
Melissa Barrera plus Sam Carpenter. That's her, right?
Yeah, that's someone else, dude.
Well, her IMDb footage.
I don't even think they look similar.
Well, if you look at the pictures from Scream, you know what? I'm gonna actually do some editing here and put them up on the screen so people can say. I think they look kind of similar. I think.
I'm guessing they're both of some sort of Hispanic descent, but that's about it because of their last names.
Look at the eye. It's the eyes.
Maybe they're distant cousins. I don't know.
I don't know. I thought it was her. Okay, it wasn't her. Okay, good to know.
No, but someone who is an amazing actress in this movie. Not that Ariana Rivas did bad. She just didn't have a lot to do. But Madeleine McGraw.
Yeah, she was, of course, she was.
I'm
great
starting
in the
to
first
think.
One,
Do you remember back in the 90s and like 2000s we had Scream Queens?
Yeah.
And when the first
kind of still have, no?
What? Yeah, but not in the same way. When the first, what's it called? Oh my god, my brain is freezing. The Ed and Lorraine movie.
The Conjuring.
The Conjuring. Thank you. Yes, the first Conjuring movie when Joey King.
Yeah. Oh.
Got her like start,
Yeah.
and then she started doing a few other like horror-esque movies. I think
She did Slender Man.
I just went, she's our new Scream Queen.
Yeah. Well,
That kind of died out.
It kind of died out.
She never really took that crown.
I haven't looked into it, but I get the feeling that because she was like a teen when she started acting, I think she kind of got pushed by her parents to do like every movie she could, which included some good stuff.
Yeah, because she did like the kissing booth and shit as well.
She also did a lot of crap.
Yeah.
She did the Slender Man movie. She did one of the most unintentionally hilarious movies of all time, Wish Upon. Remember Wish Upon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we had the Scream reboot or the Scream
which
reboot
of course,
with that was before that technically, I guess. No, it's not. With Emma Roberts.
Oh, that Scream. Oh, Scream 4.
Yeah. Because she also did then the TV show Scream Queens.
Yeah.
Where she actually kind of took on the role of a Scream Queen.
Really
Again,
good TV show. It feels like it's kind of
never
forgotten.
Yeah, really good show. We should almost make a spoiler TV cast about that one, even though we've seen it. I've seen it
like
at
10
least 3
years
times,
ago.
I think.
Yeah.
First season.
Yeah.
But she also like kind of she had it, and then she never actually put on the crown.
Yeah.
Again, it happened with
What's her name from Wednesday?
the younger sister in the latest Scream movies. Wednesday. What's her name? Why am I blanking on people's names today?
She's
What's wrong
called.
with me?
Jenna Ortega.
Yes, Jenna Ortega.
She is kind of.
I had a feeling she is still leaning into it.
She's definitely leaning into it because most of the stuff she does is horror. The Scream movies.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice. Obviously Wednesday, and I mean she's even before that.
Yeah.
Like not her first stuff, but her first big thing. No, she did Scream. Well, the same year. X, of course. Where
right.
she is really she is the main character in the first movie. It's really in Pearl and Maxine that Maxine becomes the main character.
Yes,
or
that is
Anna,
true.
Mia Goth is Pearl, but you know what I mean.
She isn't the classic Scream Queen though. I don't know. She doesn't. She hasn't done the Scream.
She's
really.
a modern. She does Scream in X when she's in the basement.
That's true.
And she did Death of a Unicorn, which is like a horror comedy sort of. Did you watch that?
She's there. There's no. Yeah, I did. There's no. It's not that kind of scary movie.
Oh, okay. No, but you know,
it's just a little bit weird.
Yeah,
but
it's the modern type of Scream Queen. Yeah.
Yes, and she is definitely like the only one that's really doing it now. But I feel like Madeleine McGraw could join that.
Sure. And I don't want to poo-poo horror movies, but I would say like she's so good though that she should do other stuff than just horror. She shouldn't
Yes.
get like typecast as a horror actress, because she's really good.
No, but she has done a lot of other things.
Yeah.
So I mean, she's
one of the voices in the Mitchells vs. Machines. Have you seen that? That's a good movie. The animated, I think,
No, I
Netflix
don't think I have.
movie about the robot invasion.
No, I don't think I have.
Okay.
But she's done a lot of things before. I mean, she started working 2014.
Yeah.
And she's born in, I don't know.
2000.
She's young at least. No, she's born in 2008.
Yeah.
So she was like, yeah.
I looked that up yesterday.
But I feel like she could definitely. She's really good in general, like you said.
Yeah.
She should do more, but like her presence in a horror movie, especially these, obviously.
Yeah.
Great. Except for that's the one thing I had an issue with, but I haven't had an issue with that in the original as well. The fucking swearing. It's just so dumb.
Yes. But in the first movie, it's not that much. Here, it was... They almost like...
A little bit too much.
I think they kind of did a little fan service, which would make sense, because...
Yeah.
I like Scott Derrickson. I think he's a really good director. Obviously, most of the stuff he's made is really good. But he is, like... If you listen to, like, interviews and stuff he makes, he's a nerd. So he's like, yes, ooh, I like member berry. He's that kind of guy. He probably puts on like steampunk goggles and listens to fucking what do they call it, electric giraffe or whatever the fuck they're called. I get the feeling that he's that kind of guy sometimes. So when he saw that there was a reaction to those elements of her character in the first movie, he amped that up in this to get like, ooh, so nerds can go, ooh, she does the thing. I get that feeling. Because, they overdid
a little bit, yes.
Do very, very elaborate swears in this movie.
Yeah.
And it was like
the first time, the slang and all that stuff being...
Yeah, mint or choice
like
was
from
fine.
the time, obviously.
But her fucking, like,
it just felt like, because it was so much, it just started getting... Yeah, but as it was so much, it just started getting like annoying almost.
Yes, it was overdone.
Come on,
that was bad. That was bad.
Yes,
but the writing in general, other than that though, was good.
Yes, I totally forgot that he did the Gorge and Exorcism of the Exorcism of Emily Rose. I hate saying that name. It's so long.
I mean, we've done
several
episodes on his movies because most of the movies he's made are good. We even did a Patreon episode about his first feature film, which was a terrible direct-to-video Hellraiser movie, Hellraiser Inferno.
Which is... That's true.
I mean, it's no masterpiece, but I would say it's maybe my favorite Hellraiser sequel after the second one, of course, because that's actually a good movie. But like, it's good. Like, it's full of themes. It's not just like a stupid slasher movie, And speaking of Patreon and members, next week when we do our companion piece of this, we're going to talk about his movie Sinister and Sinister 2.
Yes.
Which
isn't his movie.
He wrote it and produced it, but he didn't direct it.
Okay, he didn't direct it though.
So we're going to talk about the Sinister movies, and even that, like, I'll give you a little sneak preview of that. The first time I watched it, back in the day when it was new, I did not like it. Rewatching it now, it's pretty good.
I haven't had time to rewatch it yet, but I remember being very scared when I watched it with my friends on a laptop in the middle of the night.
It has one of the best jump scares of all time.
London. But yes.
He's a really good director, and I think he really showed that with The Black Phone. And now with Black Phone, even
though that is technically an adapted, it is an adapted script. Though technically it is based on a yes,
writing as well. But the thing is also the short story. I haven't read it, but I've read about it, and it basically only takes place in the basement. Him and Robert Cargill fleshed out all the other stuff around that,
the entire universe, so to speak.
Yeah. Anyway, do you want to get into some spoilers?
Yes, that's what I was thinking about.
Now we've been doing this for
has
half an hour.
Upcoming horror movie, but whatever. Yes, let's get into the spoilers.
Right. So from here on out.
So if you haven't seen the movie,
you should go and see it. It's good. I'll say that it's good. I personally thought it was a step down.
If you've seen the first one,
yeah, definitely go see this one.
Yeah, but you have to have seen the first one,
of course,
before you see this one. Obviously,
most sequels.
Otherwise, you actually won't understand certain things.
No. But yeah, from now on, spoilers. You have been warned. 3, 2, 1. Spoilers. Now, when the grabber dies, hey, I can do that again.
Yeah. But I mean, he dies in the first one.
Yeah,
so.
and then they killed him again because he's a literal ghost in this. That's my problem with the movie.
Yeah,
it became
yes,
it became Scooby-Doo, which I mean, nothing against Scooby-Doo, but that that didn't work with the heavy subject matter that the movie is thematically about. In my opinion, at least, for me, it didn't work when he started like an invisible guy. Started, ice skating around them and attacking them, picking them up and throwing them around the room. It was just like, because in the first movie that was so subtle.
But only one person can see them.
Yeah, so instead we saw a Madeleine McGraw on a fucking wire going, whoa! It was silly. It was dumb. Like
it was a little bit silly.
And it became like, Finn is haunted by the memory of the grabber, of course, because he came this close to being murdered. Of course he's not going to have problems like sleeping or even letting go of it. So he keeps hearing phones ring, but there's no one there because, it's trauma, the everyone's favorite subject nowadays. But yeah, it's trauma. But no, he is haunted by the literal ghost of the serial killer who tried to murder him. That now, from beyond the grave, is going to hurt him by killing his sister. And then it turns out it wasn't just a coincidence that the grabber grabbed a kid whose sister was a bit clairvoyant. No, there was a connection because years earlier he murdered their mother because she almost gave him away. Come on! That's where it started turning into like daytime soap opera. It was so bad.
I was confused about that part, though.
That was like, are you for real?
I was a little bit confused about that part. That also made me think of Star
Wars, because everything has to be connected, and he has been in their families for years. No! It was coincidence. It was a cosmic coincidence. That's the thing. There's no destiny connection between. Come on. It's just a kid overcoming his fears. That's what it's about. Ugh, I hated that part.
Are you done?
No, that's what I was. I almost started hating them as this movie for a little while. I was like, this movie's crap. This is bullshit. And then I came back a little bit in the end. It was still silly in the end, though, when he's literally ice skating around with a hatchet attacking people, and they're doing like backflips off of horse carriages. Like, come, what are you doing? Anyway, I'm done. Sorry.
I was a little bit confused about the whole part of their mother being connected to it. Like, I assumed, even in the first movie, like, no, she didn't kill herself because of the dreams. Something must have happened in her dreams that made her die, and it looked like she killed herself. I assumed that much, even in the first movie.
The thing is, in the first movie, they don't even say that she killed herself. They just say that she went crazy, and we know we know she died. They never say that she killed herself.
Oh, maybe they don't. But I assumed she died from the dreams. Nothing else strange. I thought something happened in one of the dreams, and that's why she died.
But it's not important how she died. What's important is that she went crazy, and that's why the father couldn't handle it, because that's why he started drinking.
Sure.
Because it seems they had a perfectly normal, relationship before that.
Which is why I'm assuming, or I'm questioning, if they had an idea of what happened to the mother when they wrote the first movie, or if that was something they kind of retconned, I guess, for this.
If that was, because that's the difference between like a professional screenwriter, like someone who knows how to tell a story about something, make up a plot, but also tell a story. You know,
yes.
we talk about the differences, and fan fiction. Because when you start getting bogged down in details, when 90% of your story is lore and backstory, and actually, no, Luke, I Am Your Father is so dangerously close to fan fiction level of writing.
Yes,
but it kind, that's kind of what started that kind of writing, because we didn't really have cheesy stuff like that before. So back then it was just like, oh, what a fucking twist! The main bad guy is the hero's dad. Shit. And after that,
mind blown.
and every stupid flyover moron cow who saw that went, that is the greatest twist ever. When I write my Star Wars or my movie, that's gonna be the thing. Like, oh my god, the killer is actually his brother. Like, it's dumb, it's cheesy, and it's not interesting. It's just a whoa. But what it doesn't do anything. So
it's
having
almost
the grabber
so dumb
now,
that no one expects you to put it in the movie.
Yeah. It's the equivalent. It's the same as, you know, you having a horrible situation. Oh my god, we're gonna die, and oh, it was only a dream. It's garbage writing.
Yeah.
So the fact that he put this in here, like, oh, the grabber literally killed their mother because she had a dream. I'm fine with her, you know, actually, because we kind of knew that she wasn't crazy. She had the dreams. That's why.
Of course. But Gwen has them.
Gwen has dreams as well, because she took it on. You know, she as mother, as daughter. You know the thing. That's
she inherited the power.
Yeah, but it's fine. But it's not about her having powers. It's about. That's her power she has gained from having to live in an abusive relationship. For Finney, it's ghosts that tell him what to do, because he knows what to do. He's just scared of doing the things he has to do.
Yes.
But when he literally comes face to face with death, because his father's in death, that's just like, it's different, you know, because
pain.
Yeah, it's just pain. But you know what I mean? You can be stuck in that. Yeah. That's why people stay in abusive relationship for years. Because, like, but he's not always bad. But then when you're actually faced with a situation like he is in, you have to act upon these things that you know you should do, but you don't want to do. And she does the same thing. Like, she has these crazy dreams, and, like, maybe I'm just crazy as mom. Like, but then when her brother is literally about to be murdered, she has to, like, embrace what she knows is her power. She overcomes her fear. That's the whole point. And now it's just it's not a literal power. It's a figure of speech. It's a metaphor.
Yes.
And now it's just literally, oh, ghosts are calling me so I can help them. It's like that show Medium. Remember Medium?
Yeah. With the fucking bangs.
Yes. Whatever her name is. Patricia Arquette.
I love Hewitt something.
Oh.
What?
No, that's Ghost Whisperer. I was thinking of Medium.
Oh.
Same. It's the same.
Whatever. Same shit.
Same shit, but it's Patricia Arquette. Yeah, whatever. And that sort of, it became a silly Ghostbusters Scooby-Doo movie.
But her finding out that her mother didn't kill herself is also a way for her to, like, I'm not crazy.
But it didn't matter. She knew she wasn't crazy because her powers saved Finney, or helped save Finney in the first movie.
Yeah, but she still thought she was crazy, like, Mom, I'm gonna end up killing myself because this is too much to handle. Well, but knowing that her mother didn't actually kill herself, she's not afraid anymore of being the one who accidentally kill herself or kill herself because of the pressure, I guess. You know?
okay.
But I agree.
But
The whole
that's also
the whole physical damage within, like, from a dream, but into real life. Does the same happen in Nightmare on Elm Street? I'm not remembering them correctly. Does the wounds they sustain in the dream, do they show up in real life?
Some of them do, yes. If it's big enough. Yeah. And I mean, yeah, when the first girl who gets murdered, you see her get ripped open and flying around the room. Very similar to the kitchen scene in this. Yes. And that's how they defeat Freddy in that one. She grabs him as she gets waken up. And then he's in the real world, and there he's just a guy, so they shoot him, basically.
Yeah.
It's similar here, like when you realize that, you're in my dreams. Well, it's my dreams, so it means that I have powers too.
My dream, yeah.
And it became a little like, it became a little more like, fucking, it became too, it was too obviously empowering, like, oh, my, how, whatever, people aren't listening at this point. My autism is my superpower. That kind of rhetoric. Because it was like when she kneeled down in the phone booth and it exploded. It's like, I have powers too. You do not control me anymore. It became an anime, and I was like, come on, what are you doing? You're ruining your very well balanced and serious, layered, complex story here with anime bullshit. What are you doing?
I kind of liked it though.
And she was all like super artistically covered in blood, like, you do not take control of me anymore. I was like, oh.
I liked it though.
Yeah,
that was the kind of cheesy I liked.
But the thing was, yes, but the first movie wasn't cheesy. That's the thing. It deviated too much from that, and that's why I said, if it was its own movie, then it would be fine. But they set a precedent with the first one, and that's. I was looking forward to this movie, and like I said, I still liked it. But it's one of those movies that has one big flaw for me, and that's that stuff.
I'll give you this. All of the whole thing, her being in control of her own dreams and having power in her own dreams. That one's fine. You can't take that away from me. However, him physically harming other people when he's only in her dreams, that's a bit weird.
Yeah.
Like, maybe pushing people into the water or something, that's like, he could have slipped, Yeah. But the whole axe and dragging someone along and almost scalping them.
It was silly.
That was a bit too much.
Yeah.
Finney being able to fight him even though not seeing him is like, dude.
Yeah.
If he had been asleep and they would have been in the same dream, I would have bought it.
Yeah.
Because you can't hurt people who are not in the dream, right? Like, no. That's where I draw my line.
That's what I mean.
However, he has been, like, more or less cast out from hell because he's such a bad guy. He's such a demon. So he's not a ghost. He's a demon. He's not just in dreams. He is pure evil, I suppose.
Yeah, but and that's also the thing because
there weren't demons and ghosts in the first movie.
No. Yes.
So it's a bit silly that there are demons and ghosts now.
And that's the thing. Like, he became... Yeah. You can't call the Grabber a horror icon, because there's only been 2 movies, and the first one was literally just 4 years ago. But, you know what I mean? He got kind of, like... The mask became very famous, because it's a very nice mask, and it's cool that he can switch out parts.
It's a very cool visual, yes.
So I think they really wanted to, like... Kind of, like... They wanted to, like, start, like... Maybe we can turn him into a horror icon?
Yeah, they wanted to make him more iconic.
Yeah. But by doing that, you're equating him more to something like Freddy or Jason, like a stupid, silly slasher guy, instead of something like the guy from Psycho, an actual interesting, complex person, like. Now, in this one, he's just evil. Like, he's just like, I just like killing children and hurting them. Mm-hmm. Vengeance is mine. He became a mad scientist guy. Like, wah ha ha ha. Yeah. Well, in the first movie,
we never find out why he did it.
No, but there there is environmental storytelling in the first movie, which, at least the way I interpret it, I mean, that's art is subjective, but the way I interpret it is that he suffered a lot of abuse as a child himself. That's why he treats children the way he was treated when he was a kid. It's his way of getting rid of his demons, so to speak. Because his father would sit in the kitchen just waiting for him to fuck up so he could beat him, just like Finn and Gwen's dad beats them for just like making too much noise when eating breakfast, you know?
Yeah. However, they don't say any of that
they don't say it, but
about the grabber in the first movie because his brother doesn't seem to have any kind of trauma in that sense.
No, because his brother's a coke fiend. He is obviously he's obviously suppressing like everything with enormous amounts of cocaine.
Yeah, that's true.
Just like Finney does in this movie.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's true.
And that's like I said. I was gonna say, in the first movie, there's no dialogue to say that, but like if you have a modicum of like understanding of psychology, for me at least, it was very easy to read that into the character.
Yes,
because that's also
true.
What the movie is about: overcoming fear, overcoming trauma. He didn't overcome his trauma; he succumbed to it. Therefore, he now kills naughty boys.
Yeah.
But in the next movie he's just like a crazy ghost who likes killing children.
So in your like a perfect universe there wouldn't actually be a sequel to the first one because since he dies in the end of the first one you can't go on with the grabber being a bad guy because he's dead now.
Yes. No, he could come back as
mind ghosts.
Not literally, but yeah, exactly, as a brain ghost. Like Finney still wakes up in a cold sweat every night because he's scared that the grabber's gonna get him because he can't let go of the fear. Even though the first movie ends with him having let go of the fear. But you know...
Yeah, but now it's the trauma of being kidnapped, of being near death, of being threatened, of always having to like...
Yeah. Yes.
Of being that fight or flight, being forced to fight, literally.
And if you're going to do a sequel, that's what you should do. Explore how you live with this kind of trauma afterwards. Don't turn it into a killer ghost movie. It should, the whole movie should have been the scene where the dad shows up and Gwen doesn't want to leave because she wants to help, and Finney just wants to leave because he's scared, he's afraid, and she says, "Oh, you're just like Dad. You don't want to, you don't want to tackle it head on. Booze or weed?
Yeah, you don't
want to
face your fears. Yeah. You just want to run away from it. Yeah,
yeah." And him finally saying, "I am scared. That's why I can't let go of it." And also, I thought that was gonna be a bigger thing. Like, 'cause, yeah, sure, she has all the dreams and stuff, but she hasn't actually seen what he has seen.
Seen him.
Yeah. So when he says you don't...
She hasn't even seen him.
Yeah, you don't know what it feels like. Like, he's in a very unique situation, at least for the characters in the movie.
Yes.
And that was definitely something I wish they would have explored. And you could have I honestly thought that the grabber would just show up in like dreams. Like in the beginning, like when he talks to him on the phone, it's like, "Yes, you know that death is only a word, blah, blah, blah. You'll never be rid of me, Finney. Because you can't let go."
I kind of thought he would have a "I'm not afraid anymore" moment. Where he's like overcoming it and going like, "But I'm not afraid of you anymore. You're not real. You can't hurt me anymore. You're already dead. I killed you." Yeah. And like I said, you could also, and I know, modern people, because everything has to be pathologized, would say like, no, that's not how it works. But he did, in the first movie, he does overcome his fears, and the movie ends with him not being awkward or scared. The girl sits down next to him and he says, "Hey." And everyone looks at him like, "Oh my God, that's the kid who fought back. He survived the grabber." Yeah.
He is... In a metaphorical sense, fine. He overcame his fears. I know that's very simplistic if you look at it realistically, but this is just a movie. It's a metaphor.
Yeah, he fought his way out of it, and he is now fine, technically.
So yes, in a perfect world, there wouldn't be a sequel. When I heard they were making one, I was like, really? But then I was like, but the first one is really good, and it's the same director, same writer. It could be good.
Could be good.
And then the trailer showed up and was like, this looks interesting that he's now just like this like ethereal idea in Finney's head. That's interesting. Yeah. And then he became a literal murder ghost. I was like, oh.
I thought it was very strange that Gwen was able to see the grabber, because she, like, at what point did she know what he looked like even?
Well, her visions were visions of reality, so she saw him in her visions. She saw him in the first movie. Yeah.
Maybe she did.
He stands outside the vacant house where he buried the bodies next to the tree.
That's true.
She sees him standing with the balloons.
Balloons.
And that's why she knows about the black balloons, which only the police knew about before.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that, because that's it wasn't just dreams. It was she actually had visions of reality. That's fine. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with her having powers. I'm fine with that, because that's her superpower.
Yeah. No, I get it. I still very much enjoyed it, though.
Sure.
It didn't bother me while I was watching it. Now that we're talking about it, I'm like, yeah, that's a bit weird. That's a bit silly. But as I was watching, I was just going, yeah!
Yeah, and that's what it was. It was a fuck yeah moment, because that's how you win an audience over. And I'd rather see a packed audience for a movie like this than for Avengers Endgame 5, Because this is a little silly, a little dumb, but it's much better than those kind of movies, because those movies are just bad.
Yes.
Not just bad, you know what I mean. But you know what I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So if they had to put in a couple of fuck yeah moments to get more people in the seats, go ahead. Just don't make a third one. Just please leave it now.
No.
Quit while you're ahead.
They are done now. They should be done now.
Yeah.
I barely want to put this out in the universe, but I'm a little bit afraid that they're gonna make a prequel where we get to see either what happened to him.
Yeah, and they're gonna explore why is the grabber the way he is.
Yeah, kinda. Or we actually get to see some of what happened in between or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
If there even was an in between, we don't know.
Yeah, and that's when they're gonna start we're gonna sell so many Halloween masks because we're gonna turn the grabber into a horror icon. He's gonna be up there next to Freddy and Jason and Michael Myers.
Ghostface.
Yeah, exactly. He's not that kind of movie monster.
No.
He's more like a cool he's like a literary. He's like Frankenstein. He's like he's like just like complex adult cinema. This isn't like garbage. A fucking movie you put on so that kids can go woo. It's cinema. No. It's Kino, The first one is,
But I was surprised to see the amount of teenagers coming into the theater.
Yeah.
When we watched it, because did they even watch the first one? Or are they just here because what's his name, Mason Thames? Is it Finney? He played the live action Hiccup in How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, that's who he is. Okay, I don't know.
Is that why they're here? Because he's that guy?
No, I think people remember. Oh yeah, the movie about the guy with the cool mask. I want to see that because that's how people are.
Yeah.
I remember Mask. I remember.
I guess.
Yeah. No offense, but that's. I'll say it again. Now it's almost every episode. Most people are dumb.
Oh. Yeah, no, that's true. I am confused as to what I would rate this, because going into this discussion, I was like, this is a 4-star.
4-star. I rated
4-star.
I rated the first one 4 stars.
I don't actually know what I rated the first one.
I have two reviews of it. I've seen it twice. The first one.
You know what I gave the first one?
No.
4.5.
Wow. I mean, hey, I get it.
And I stand by that. I'm not changing it. I watched it again yesterday, and I was like, no, this is still a very good movie. This is like top tier almost.
Yeah, and this is my review from 2021, I'm pretty sure. I get 4 stars, and I wrote, Scott Derrickson proves once again that he's up there with Ari Aster, Jordan Peele, and James Wan? I don't know. As a modern horror mastermind, he transforms what could have been a schlocky B-grade jump-scare movie into a complex and layered movie. It's not just a horror movie, but a movie that hits the full range of emotion. I wrote Tanger? Range, I think I misspelled.
Yeah.
You laugh, you scream, you even cry a little, which I did the first time I watched it. I didn't do it the second time I watched it. One of the best movies of the year, 2021. And then when I saw it again the other day to refresh my memory, I still 4 stars, and I wrote, it's insane how good this movie is. It could so easily have been a total schlockfest. Look at Sinister 2, written by Derrickson, but directed by some hack. But Scott Derrickson has such a steady hand when directing, I can't really say this is underappreciated. I mean, it's getting a big budget sequel, but I still wish more people would give this a chance. This should have been $1 billion box office success. Yeah. And but the
stand by it.
I stand by it. The second one, I wrote out just a quick one. I gave it 3 out of 5. So like I said, I still like it. It's just not as good. And I just wrote, it's both better and worse than the first one. Mostly worse though. Because I like the bigger scope. I like the setting is really moody. The way I at one point thought this was all just like, oh, Finney actually died and he's in hell. Because the grabber kept talking about hell isn't full of flames. Hell is ice. Hell is cold. And they're on a frozen lake. I'm like, Jesus Christ. But I liked all that stuff. It's just that overall it was a little silly and dumb. Where the first one wasn't at all.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm like skimming through some reviews. Amanda the Jedi, who's on YouTube, said that there's an amazing movie in here, but they're hellbent on focusing on the wrong character. Still fun enough, too bad they shy away from the thing that makes the grabber the most disturbing, and that is lame. I'm not entirely sure what she means with shying away from the thing that makes the grabber the most disturbing. That he's real or alive?
That he's real, that he is an actual character, not just a Scooby-Doo villain that says, "Wah ha ha! I would have did it if it wasn't for these meddling kids." That's what he's reduced to in this. When he said, "I want vengeance. I'm going to kill your sister by throwing her in an oven." Like, no. He's really scary in the first movie. He's really scary and creepy.
Yes.
In this one, he's just silly. He's not scary.
Yes. No, because in the first one, it's tangible because he's a real person who is kidnapping and killing children.
Yeah.
Here he is just the ghost of their own trauma, but he manifests
also a literal
much.
ghost.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he manifests too much physically.
Yeah.
To the point where it goes a bit silly, yes.
Yeah. So
it would have made more sense if they even, like, I'd prefer it if both Finney and Gwen had dreams now. Like, Finney could have just dreams because of what he experienced, obviously. He doesn't have to have the whole premonition kind of dream that Gwen has.
Yeah. And I also think...
But then they both could see him, and then they could have almost, tag team in him in the dream, as long as he didn't have any physical impact on other people outside of the dream.
Yeah. Also,
I think that's the only thing I have an issue with now that we've talked about it. The whole physical impact on people outside of the dream.
Yeah, that he's not just...
Because that means he crossed the line into the real world. He's not just a dream anymore.
The first movie isn't...
He's not just...
The first movie isn't a supernatural movie. It's just a kidnapping, thriller with hints.
That just happens to have ghosts poking.
But the ghost
pointing.
The ghost represents something real. There are no literal ghosts in the movie. Here, there are literal ghosts. This is a supernatural movie. This is a Scooby-Doo movie.
Yes.
Yeah. Although in Scooby-Doo there aren't real ghosts.
They tagged it on IMDb as a slasher horror, supernatural horror for Black Phone 2.
Yeah.
They did tag The Black Phone as a psychological horror, supernatural horror mystery thriller.
Because she does have
They still put the supernatural in there.
And I understand, but
yes.
you know what I mean? Yes, it is technically, she has premonitions, so it is supernatural, but that's not what the focus is.
No, exactly.
It's just a side thing. Because that's how her trauma manifests as dreams. For Finney, it's ghosts. It is what I mean. In the plot, there are ghosts and there are premonitions, but in the story, it's their strengths coming up to the surface. Here in the plot, there is a killer ghost and some ghost children, and in the story, it's their fears and strengths bubbling up, and there's also a killer ghost. That's the thing. He's both in the plot and the story here. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And by the way, Amanda Jedi.
They wanted to. Huh?
No, go ahead.
No, I feel like they wanted to explore Gwen and her premonitions more and her dreams more.
Yeah.
And for that to have more of a physical impact on something, they couldn't have Finn be kidnapped again. They needed to have a history of the grabber somehow.
Yeah, and that's when you enter that's really, really hard to write. It's very easy for it to become silly, and it did. That's why I say don't make sequels unless the movie is silly. Like you can make, they are to varying qualities, but you can make 100 Indiana Jones movies because it's just Indiana Jones looking for a new treasure. Fucking treasure, and he's swinging around and killing and shooting. That's fine, because it's just the plot. But
honestly, they could have. Like, saved the movie almost by changing
very little.
Like, 2 things, and it's towards the end. Remove the little bit where the Christian couple, the administrative people, Barb and whatever, where they get attacked on the ice.
Yeah.
Remove that little part. They don't have to have a physical attack happen to them. Mando could still fall into the lake by when he's hacking the ice, because that was it looked like an impact of what he was doing himself.
Yes.
But then, the grabber just added to it. Yeah. And then when Finney is fighting the grabber in the end, he should have seen him. He shouldn't have been invisible. All right, and just cut the whole kitchen scene completely. She didn't have to be swinging around in the air. That was weird.
That's where I completely lost faith in the movie. It's like, oh no. No.
Like, they should have just found her in the kitchen on the floor, basically, and then waking up like she had sleep paralysis or something.
Like him throwing her in the oven would be her then standing in front of the oven and then literally just climbing in. Like, he's not actually there.
Kinda, yeah.
But her dreams makes her want to kill herself. Because she's crazy.
Because that would still make Barb say demon child. Or she's possessed. Because she's doing these stupid things in her dream.
Yeah, because they keep...
And then I would accept Finney seeing him in the end, because he would, in his own mind manifest the sight of him, because he feels his presence. He is still scared of him. Of course he can see him.
Yeah.
So that would be fine.
It would be kind of silly, because they're physically like fist fighting a ghost, which is silly.
Yeah, but like no one else would see it.
Yeah, but it's that we still see it. That's silly.
Yeah, no. Yeah, yes. No, I that could have worked, I think.
Yeah, and like I said,
depending on how people the other ones around reacted to it.
Yeah, and also I just want to say now. Amanda Jedi, her review, where she said, there's an amazing movie in here, but they are hell-bent on focusing on the wrong character. I think she means that they're focusing on Gwen. Because the movie it is more Gwen's movie than it is Finney's this time.
Yes.
And that is...
Because the first movie was Finney.
Yes. But, since the first movie was about Finney, her ability to see visions and premonitions... It was there to facilitate her finding Finney.
Yes.
Once again, it's a tool to tell a story. in now it's like,
Yes.
oh, she keeps having premonitions of other children that disappeared. Now it becomes a ghost. It's not a tool anymore. Now it's a gimmick that she can use, because now you can make another one where she's like, I'm having the dreams again. There's another serial killer who's drowning children in fucking hair gel or whatever. I don't know. Doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Because now it's just a thing where she sees ghosts. Before it was something she saw because she was struggling with her fears and her trauma.
Yes.
I've said it over and over again. I'm sorry, but I'm trying to hammer home that that's the problem. It was
Sure.
It was a storytelling tool in the first one.
Yes,
And in the
and
second
now
one,
they
it becomes
chose to
a
kind of
gimmick.
do. Now they did the fan service route and went, yeah, people liked that she was swearing and she had this vision, so now we're gonna make a movie about her. But we still need to have the iconic mask in it, so she'll dream about him.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of spun that web, and it kind of got out of hand a little bit.
Exactly. That's a problem.
But we have been repeating ourselves now for a while,
like we
so
do,
I
and
think we
that
should
means
wrap it up.
we have reached a conclusion without just saying it. But
Yes.
yeah. Just want to reiterate once again.
I still think it's a really good movie.
I still think it's a good movie. I would say go and see it. Definitely, it's just not as good as the first one. And in a perfect world, there wouldn't exist a second one. Scott Derrickson and Robert Cargill would sit down and write another story instead.
Yes. You know what? Create another iconic mask.
Yeah.
Just make it a little bit different.
Yeah. And I mean,
Still make the whole same thing. Like, have a serial killer. Have him kidnap some other kind of person now that could still be.
he could have made
whatever.
He could have started his own iconic slasher villain franchise, but just with another murderer slasher villain. Not
Have the style of the mask be similar,
sure, whatever.
or a little bit different.
Yeah.
Just so you can this is the same vein, but it's not the same movie.
Yeah, exactly. So that's gonna have to be it.
Yes.
Thank
that's
you.
it.
Yeah, thank you so much for listening. If you want to hear us talk more about Scott Derrickson, we have a bunch of episodes. We have an episode on the Black Phone. We have some Patreon episodes where we talk about, like we said, Hellraiser Inferno. We've talked about, Exorcism of Emily Rose and Pray.
Yes.
Pray for the Devil. What is it called? His other movie, or what am I thinking of? Maybe
Wait, I'm a producer. That's not the
Deliver
one
Us from
I'm
Evil.
looking at.
Sorry, Deliver Us from Evil.
Evil.
Which is like
We've talked about that?
a hard-boiled cop thriller that also has demons, which is weird. But
Did we watch that?
I'm pretty sure we've done an episode on it.
I think you talked about it while we were talking about some other movie, because I'm not sure I've seen it. Either way.
And also,
there will be another one where we talk about Sinister.
exactly, we're going to talk about the Sinister movies. So you can check that out on patreon.com/don'tmakeascene or by clicking the members button on YouTube.
Yes.
Other than that, though, we'll see you next week when we're going to do we have something?
Not sure. I think so. I think it's The Home and The Home.
Yeah, we have the new Pete Davidson horror movie, The Home. And then a Swedish
But
movie.
we're gonna compare it a little bit.
Yeah, a Swedish movie which, from the trailer at least, seems to have a similar plot. Also called The Home, but in Swedish. So yeah, we're gonna do a little compare and contrast. But that's for next week.
Yes.
And until then, have a good one. Bye.
Bye.
The SpoilerCast is part of Please Don't Make a Scene. It's produced and hosted by Tobias Vedén. Co-host is Rebecca Vedén. Executive producer is Annika Vedén. I also want to give a shout out to all our patrons on our patreon.com/don'tmakeascene. CK85, Christopher Billén, Daniel Gaiso, Annika Vedén, Jacob, Mom and Mac, and Laura Kinney.